is the practice of bodhisattvas. Harsh words disturb the minds of others, cause deterioration in a bodhisattva's conduct. Therefore, give up harsh words which are unpleasant to others. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. Habitual disturbing emotions are hard to stop through counteractions. Armed with antidotes, the guards of mindfulness and mental alertness destroy disturbing emotions like attachment at once, as soon as they arise. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. In brief, whatever you are doing, ask yourself, what's the state of my mind? With constant mindfulness and mental alertness, accomplish others' good. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. To remove the suffering of limitless beings, understanding the purity of the three spheres. Dedicate the virtue for making such effort to enlightenment. This is the practice of bodhisattvas. For all who want to train on the bodhisattva path, I have written the 37 practices of bodhisattvas, following what has been said by the excellent ones on the meaning of the sutras, tantras, and treatises. Poetically pleasing to scholars, owing to my poor intelligence and lack of learning, I've relied on the sutras and the words of the excellent, so I think these bodhisattva practices are without error. However, as the great deeds of bodhisattvas are hard to fathom for one of my poor intelligence, I beg the excellent to forgive all faults, such as contradictions and non sequiturs. Through the virtue from this, may all living beings gain the ultimate and conventional altruistic intention, and thereby become like the protector Chenrezig, who dwells in neither extreme, not in the world nor in peace. So good morning, everyone. Anyone who doesn't have one, please feel free to take one of these little blue books as White Lotus's gift to you. This poem was produced by a Tibetan monk, I think in the 1300s, 1200s, something like that. And Garchen Rinpoche, the lower picture there, has said that the entire Buddhist path is contained in this book. So it's a wonderful guide, and it's a wonderful companion. You can read through it every day. You can focus on one verse, and it describes the bodhisattva path. A bodhisattva, a wisdom being, also translated as a wisdom warrior. What is the bodhisattva warring against? The afflictive emotions. So it's the path to peace, but then beyond peace to liberation, beyond liberation to nirvana, beyond nirvana to Buddhahood. So it's extremely valuable. Gar Rinpoche has had this printed and translated in so many different languages. This particular version was adapted by my daughter Megan. It's said to be the essence of the Dalai Lama's favorite book, Entering the Bodhisattva Path by the great monk Shantideva, Peace of the Gods. So the Dharma is such a remarkable thing. The Buddha is said to have said that when I pass away, I will be in the words. I will live in the teachings. So the teachings are extremely important. And why? Because Buddhism presents a path. Normally we're running around in circles all the time. We can see this in our mind. One moment I'm happy, and then next moment I'm perplexed, and then I'm whatever, round and around and around. Nothing comes to anything. You can make $1 trillion, and the next thing you get people hating you. I mean, there's no refuge in our ordinary world of appearances. So the Buddha taught refuge. And why is that significant? Because when you're taking refuge, then suddenly all the other concerns become minimized in some way. Not minimized that you're not paying attention to them, but minimized in the sense that they're not the entire story. You've got a vaster view. Everything fits into that vaster view, which allows you to move, to act, which is called compassion. So we were extremely fortunate this past weekend to have Khenchen Khonchen Gyaltsen Rinpoche here. Why? Because he incorporates the entire path, all those words. Now, if you're like me, this can seem really overwhelming. You come in here like for the first time, you see all these strange figures on the wall and what do all these things symbolize? And, it can be overwhelming. The Buddha himself said there were 84,000 different heaps of Dharma teachings. But Khenchen Rinpoche so boiled it down, and the 2 days that he was here was so wonderful. He talked the first day on Sutra. These are the recorded spoken words of the Buddha. So it's when we practice using our ordinary human mind. You don't have to go somewhere else and become a saint or anything like that, but the teachings are there as you can understand them. And so he taught the essence of that whole path, which is called bodhicitta, the mind of awakening. The second day, he taught on the essence of the Tantra, which are the extraordinary teachings, absolutely no different in motivation, but a more subtle mind, you might say. And the essence there is Guru Yoga. Now, if you're like me, like most Americans, you have no idea what Guru Yoga is, what Guru even means. And if anything, it's kind of hilariously portrayed like on The Simpsons or something. It's a profound teaching. Kenshin said, he said so remarkably, we take refuge in Buddha, Dharma, and Sangha, like we did this morning for the bodhicitta path, for the path of the perfections, it's called, for all the sutra, ordinary mind-based path. But then further, we take refuge, like we did this morning also, in the Tantra, with the Lama, the Yidam, that's the indwelling deity, and then the Dakini, the enlightened activity of the Buddhas. And then further, we take refuge into the veins, the psychic channels, the drops of energy that travel through them. And the energy there, the lung it's called, prana. We don't even get into that in our text, these are secret teachings. And finally, we take refuge in the inalterability of emptiness and appearances. So he gave extremely profound teachings in these 2 short days. But for me, what struck me was the simplicity of Sutra and Tantra. Bodhicitta, Guru Yoga. If you have that idea of the path, you can fill in all those other 84,000 heaps of teachings. You don't need to be overwhelmed by the 84,000. If you have that basic confidence, you can have that. The rest will come with your efforts. The significant thing about Buddhism is that it is a path. It teaches cause and effect. Nobody else teaches that. Cause and effect with a transcendent result. But that transcendence, non-dual, is here right now. So you experience that in the kindness when you give a piece of bread to a starving sparrow. So we had a really, really wonderful weekend, and all of us, whether you were there or not, you're benefiting from it because it's here in this room. This is exactly why we brought Khempo here now, maybe 7 years ago, I can't even remember, because he's been trained 13 years. This scriptural transmission, he has it. And then the inspirational blessing transmission, we have that here because we're a lineage place. And lineage is not a sectarian thing. It's not like, oh, my lineage is better than yours. It's not that at all. We hear it that way often in America because we're so fractious in our religious history, how many Protestant sects are there? I can't begin to tell you. So we are extremely fortunate in that we have everything that we need right here. It's hard to believe. We have the advantage, too, of, in our lifetime, seeing people who are traditionally trained, like His Holiness Dalai Lama, Garchen Rinpoche, Chetsang Rinpoche. I mean, we benefit from stuff that we don't even know. And I can only believe that all of us have done something exceptionally wonderful in our previous lives, that this has even manifested, humble as it is. So, forgive my windiness this morning, but Khempo, I was very moved by Khenchen Rinpoche's visit and was just so impressed. He was the first Tibetan Lama to come to Rochester in 1985, and everything that's flowed since then, all the visits, he was like the pioneer. And now here, he's 80 years old. He's promised to come back. We asked him to come back. We're just exceptionally fortunate here because, as the Buddha said, when I'm gone, I will live in the words. It means he's not going away. Our Buddha nature is right here, right now, can be infinitely developed or revealed. Don't have to develop a thing, really. Okay, so many, many words from me, but I was very moved by Khenpo Rinpoche's visit and was so happy, Khempo, at your urging that we do the things that we had to do to invite him here and get him here. He travels all over the world, and really, really successful weekend. So thank you.
Good. Uh, it up. Hello. Good. Okay. Good morning, everybody. How are you? Everybody good? Good. Perfect. Or excellent? Which one you do this morning? Huh? Huh? Everybody is perfect. Huh? Every day keep going like that. Huh? Okay, anyway, everybody looks really happy. So of course now is summertime. The summer makes very happy for everybody. You know, the green ground, right? And weather is whatever very smooth. No need to use the how to say heat. And less expensive, but somebody is using the air condition. I think so similar, but actually it's really important to have natural temperatures. The human nature is too much cling to the temporary feeling. You understand? If you feel very hot now, go outside for some reason, come inside, you need really air condition very high. Right? So because everybody want to be healthy body, right? Yes or no? So healthy body means you have to keep balance your 4 elements, external elements,
Yeah.
fire, water, earth, and what?
Space. Air.
Air. If those are not balanced, some are higher, some are lower, and then you get sick. You believe that or not? That's for sure. That's reality. Nobody created like these things. Okay, this is just a by the way talk. So today, some new faces, right? Somebody is new. Maybe I will talk a little bit about basic Buddhism. Like what is Buddhist? What is the Buddhism? Buddhist and Buddhism and Buddha. There are three words, right? Huh? First, you have to know if somebody want to study Buddhism. So what is Buddhism? Where is come from Buddhism? Right? In the English, it's called the ism, Buddhism, right? Hinduism, Muslims.
Well,
what is ism?
communism,
Communism, socialism, capitalism, so many isms.
Yes.
And that Buddhism also including there.
Yeah.
In the Sanskrit, they call the Dharma, or sometimes they call the Buddha Dharma, right? Ism is kind of custom, habit, more like cultures, right? And then one time in India, the Gandhiji, everybody knows Gandhi, Mahatma Gandhi. Mahatma Gandhi. His politics systems, the people put Gandhism, Gandhiism, right? So whatever, Buddhism and Dharma is same meaning. In Sanskrit called the Dharma, in Tibet called the Cho, right? And in Chinese called the Fa. Dharma. Dharma means two different things. One is holding up. Dharma means the definition of the Dharma, holding up. You understand what I mean? If you hold this one, now falling down, and then what happened? Now broken this cup, right? And other meaning, Dharma means to change, right? To change. So there you understand, right? Dharma is two meanings. Very easy to keep in the mind if you want to study for Buddhism. So most important thing, firstly, study Dharma. Everybody knows study means. Study means listen the teaching or read the book and memorize of the meaning the Dharma. These three things called the study. Writing down, reading, and keep in the mind is called the study. Right? Yes or no? So therefore, most important study. Many people say, I practice Dharma. I don't know that practice Dharma. But how do you study? So most important, firstly, beginning, you need to study. Right? And then you completely understand, and then you need to think about that again and again. That is called the contemplation. Right? And then you, after contemplation complete, and then what you need to do is only one thing, meditate. That is called the practice. Right? Whatever you know, whatever you have done, what does Buddha say? What A word bodhisattva says you put into the action the daily life. That is called the practice. Many people think practice means put in the bell in front of you, open the bowl, close the eyes, and then chanting something. That is called the practice. Right? Not only that things. Real practice means daily life. Every single moment, try to change your mindset to put positive perspectives. That is your Dharma practice. With the co-workers, with your family members, with your friend, every single moment, try to change and be positive perspectives. That is your Dharma practice. That makes you huge different day-to-day life. That's 100% sure. That is called the karmic cause and effect. You understand or not? If you have no idea, I won't say anything.
Most more.
You understand? Right? So that is called the Dharma practice.
Yeah.
So now, in fact, what you need to do, you need to study Buddhism first. Study means listen or reading the book and memorize. Memorize means no really like bunch of pages. What is say like in the daytime, what is benefit for Buddha said? Only for Buddha said, be kind for everybody. If you do that things, that makes you a happy life. And then you put into your action. That is practice. Okay? So many important thing is the Buddhism and Buddha. Many religions believe the creator.
Creator, yes.
Right? And whatever religions created by creators. Right? A Buddha and Dharma, both, none of them. You need to know. So then what is the Buddhism? Right? Questions coming, right? What is the Buddha? Buddha was born 2,600 years before in India at the Bodh Gaya. It's called the Bodh Gaya. Right now, the Bihar state, right? Bihar state.
Bihar state.
Many people knows Bodh Gaya. Many of you know? You have been to Bodh Gaya or India? No?
A few.
2,600 years before he was born in India. At that time, he is just ordinary person like us, not any special things, right? And his father is king of India, so very luxurious family. Whatever he needs, everything is there, but he never satisfied for that things. One night he left, and then he tried to get perfect teachers. And he got one non-Buddhist teachers. And he listened 2-3 months from them. And then still he didn't satisfy. The teacher, those two teachers is called the Rinpo and them and Sakchu. The both of not Buddhists, now Buddhist teacher. In India, many religions there. And then finally, he teach many, many things until they call the Zibidemo. Zibidemo means top of the samsara. And the non-Buddhist teacher told the Buddha until top of the samsara. That means according to Buddhist path, is the top of the path of the joining, path of accumulation of the path, and path of joining, right? There are two things the non-Buddhist teacher taught. And then after that, nobody can teach Buddha. And Buddha stayed not satisfied. And then he went to near the Buddha Gaya and under the trees and meditate for 6 years. And then Buddha finally, after 6 years, he achieved the enlightenment. That means full awaken.
Full awakening.
Yes, awaken.
Omniscience.
So we are not awakening. We are still sleeping in the samsara. Right? So there, the dream of the 6 years, he just eat food every day, one piece of the barley and rice, one piece. Can you believe in that? Huh? Oh, I don't know. That's amazing about reality. One piece of the rice and one piece of the barley. That's all. And then final, like almost end of the 6 years, his physical is just for to see the ribs and only skin and bone. Almost there are nothing left. Right? And then many people really was worried and offering and the great nutrition or proteins, the cow milk offering to Buddha. 1 or 2, 3, 4, what is called the
Goddesses.
Goddesses. And then his feeling and the Buddha's feeling and no need, but the Buddha just listen to them and have. Okay? And then Buddha shortly, for example, final meditation. For example, if Buddha tomorrow morning, if become the Buddha, and the last night, like tonight, so many demons and yakshas try to destroy the Buddha completely. They put to Buddha so many bombs.
Bombs.
Bombs, rock bombs, fire bombs, and so many things. So Buddha become tomorrow Buddha morning. But still there are lots of obstacles. And Buddha just loving kindness and compassion meditate. And then all the rocks, weapons, almost nearby Buddhas, everything become the flowers. You believe that? This is kind of fiction, right? But reality. And then Buddha, middle of the night, the post-meditation. He put the post-meditation.
Post-meditation.
Do you know the post-meditation?
After meditation.
Last week, Kenjan Bush a little bit explained that. I noticed post-meditation. And some part delivered, the Megan translated that. You remember? Okay, anyway, meditate. That's better. Meditate And the morning, early morning, before the sun arises, and Buddha become Buddha. Okay? And then he see all function of reality phenomena. And then he realized the samsara and nirvana, how it goes. What is the samsara? What is the nirvana? And then he realized truth of nature, the reality of functions. So there he see we have experienced everyday life, and Buddha sees all the sadness, sufferings, worries, anxieties, depressions, complicated problems, troubles, right? Painful. All the come from doing something wrong, making something mistakes. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
And he realized this is just nature. And other thing, he realized all the happiness, joyfuls, right? And sense of humors and smilings, perfect lives, comfortables, all the nice things is come from doing something right and making something better for positive. And then he taught after 49 days at the Saranath, Varnas, right? Varnas, Saranath.
Yeah.
There, four noble truth. Do you know the four noble truths? What this truth means? What is the opposite of the truth? Huh? What is the opposite of truth? So their teaching is truth. Right? So for example, there's truth and not. You can examine by yourself right now. When you feel jealousy, right after that you're happy and unhappy.
Mm-hmm.
Huh?
Mm-hmm.
If you get mad, right after a moment you're happy and not happy. Huh? The Buddha said not happy. That's a truth or false. See. And then first teach Buddha Four Noble Truths, and in the very much beginning, number one is about suffering. People struggling always with the suffering, day-to-day life. Early morning, when you get up, mood is pretty good. But sometimes not even 1 hour go, you already mood off. What things going on? And when people laughingly having the breakfast, immediately falling down feeling. Right? Yes or no? Many people, a number of the people, something like that in the samsara. So therefore, Buddha says, first important thing is you need to know the suffering. So if I know suffering very well, then what I need to do, right? Mm. And Buddha says, you have solution. So that suffering is come from you doing something wrong. You did something very bad things. That's why you got suffering. Nobody did. So therefore, you need to stop the cause of the suffering. That makes sense? Mm. This is reality. So therefore, Dharma is description of reality of the phenomena. Or Dharma, like textbooks, scripture things, textbooks, you think these are commentary, commentary of the natural reality, both of samsara and nirvana. You understand? So therefore, Buddha is not creator. Huh? Right? Buddha is, you can say Buddha is commentator. Commentator?
Commentator.
Definitely for sure, commentator. Not creator, commentator. Because he knows reality situation. So even Buddha was born in India and not the samsara, this universal situation is the same. Before Buddha, lots of suffering there. Suffering, impermanent, complicated things, these are not created for Buddha. Happiness, joyful, perfect life, luxuries, even not created by Buddha. Both. You understand? If I say all the happiness created by Buddha, or the suffering created by yourself, not like that. Both are not created by Buddha. Both are created by oneself. If you want to become, if you want to be happy life, you can make that. Right? If you want to be suffering, you can make that. Both. Easily, without thinking. So therefore, both are palm of your hand. You make sense? Palm of your hand. What do you do? If you want to be happy life, start today. If you don't want to be miserable, don't be miserable. That's very easy and simple. The problem is when we listening Dharma, very, very inspiring. Everybody excited. I think that's really true too. But out of Dharma center, and their goal different ways, and they almost forget. Right? So that's why I'm this morning saying was the Dharma practice means two different things. Change your mind and holding you in the high level. Dharma never let you falling down in the three lower realms. You make sense? So this is really, really makes sense, right? If you practice, okay, not only for faith or devotions, nothing much happened. Real study and put into the action. That totally makes you huge difference. Right? Oh, I thought now term is over. Sorry. I want to really talk about a little bit about their Buddhist view and Buddhist contact. Those things important, but we have no time today. Maybe later. 11 already, huh? Right?
Yeah. Yeah.
So
he mentioned view and conduct. That's what he said that he
right.
still is going to speak on. View is the philosophical view or the vastness of the mind, the conduct, of course.
Okay, I just 2 minutes, okay? 2 minutes, maybe 3 minutes, I don't know. So Buddhist view is called the interdependence. That's most important. So in fact, all whatever we need is come from others. That's for sure. You need to know that. Only for point. All whatever you need, whatever we need, come from others. Think your shoes, your t-shirt, jacket, your rice, vegetables. So many different locations come from so many different things for us. Right? So therefore, for other, is very, very kind to us. You understand? So only one single person cannot do anything. Even you cannot survive, I think so, maybe 24 hours. You cannot. Including 4 elements. We rely on fires, warm, waters, wet, and wind, airs. So those all for other things, not one thing. So therefore, every day we need to appreciate for them. Okay, interdependence. So we have experience, right? In your stay, your house, how many things? Everything from others. Think when we were born, everybody naked, not even one single clothes. So after born, everything, whatever need from others. So therefore, with perspectives, everything is interdependence, interconnection, right? Link each other. So therefore, all for others so kind, so grateful. Therefore, what Buddha say, you have to be your behavior non-violence, right? If somebody always helping you, whatever you need from them, you cannot harm them. If you do that, that is called the shameless person. Even the ordinary people you criticize them because you're doing something wrong. Of course, dharmically, but worldly, that is not suitable. That is called the imperfect things. If someone help you, you do for response or you react for harm other, right? So therefore, Buddhist view is interdependence and Buddhist conduct is non-violence. So that's the reason why I need to be non-violence behavior, because your everything come from other. Don't harm for them. If you do that, you are shameless person. It makes sense or not? Think that we okay, yeah, just done maybe 3 minutes, okay, huh? Okay, whatever. So just in fact, okay, and if you want to listen more, and come again. So now mainly important for new faces today. So all of news very much better than I do. Dharma. Thank you, and a short break, and then come again. Some practice. I think so. Maybe Kenjira, which last time mentioned the Malarepa's name, the chant with the melody. I will try to make some melody. I was learn this one from one Central Kaji monastery in India, the chanting master. His name is called the Yishi Laote. Laote is a Chinese, actually, teacher, and he lives in the Taiwan. He was chanting master of the Central Monastery art lineage in the Chanchu Lane. Many of you knows. Okay, short break.